Devin Haney finally reacts to the Ryan Garcia shocking video that was released earlier today. On his verified social media account, Devin Haney says, "Stop paying attention to his trolling. This dude is trying to rock everybody to sleep." Now, I'm going to be real. I don't really understand what Devin Haney is saying. Yes, I have heard the expression rock somebody to sleep. I know what it means, similar to kind of playing possum. So I understand the phrase, but he's not rocking me to sleep because I'm the consumer. I'm not fighting Ryan Garcia. So no matter what he's doing, these quips and gags and gimmicks, and some people say promotion, some people think it's real. Whatever he's doing, he's not really rocking us, everybody, to sleep. He might be doing this to you because you're the one that has to fight him. You see what I'm saying? We're not fighting Ryan Garcia. But what Ryan Garcia, without a shadow of a doubt, is doing is turning people off from the fight, Haney versus Garcia. And what he is doing is giving people such a low level of confidence that he is truly, one, okay, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever, and also giving them a low sense of confidence that he is serious and taking the fight serious, and he's coming ready to win. Now, the amazing thing about my brain and my channel is I look at things objectively from all sides. So I've already considered, if you've thought of it, then your boy Ego has already thought of it, right? I am several steps ahead of people in boxing. So I've already looked at it. Man, maybe this is Ryan Garcia who is just trolling, because he even came out and said, "Hey, I'm just trolling and I like to, ruffle some feathers or whatever." So I've thought of that. I've also thought of the other worse, more severe possibilities, that maybe something is wrong with Ryan Garcia. Maybe he's unhinged. Maybe, he's having issues with and fits with mental health. And although I'll be the first to tell you, since I'm not Ryan Garcia, I don't know which possibility it actually is. I will tell you that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the causation or the reason why Ryan is doing these things. I can assure you, at the end of the day, some people, maybe they find it entertaining. I don't, and I'll explain that as you continue to watch this video. I don't find it particularly entertaining. I don't think there's anything amusing about a person who has publicly stated that they've had issues with anxiety, issues with their own mental health and wellness. So I don't think that's funny. I don't think that's something you should play around with. I don't think it's something you should tease. And, especially in today's society, there's a lot of pressures that we have with social medias and whatnot. I don't think that somebody, imagine somebody who lived through Vietnam and then they're making fun of Vietnam vets and making jokes about their PTSD. That wouldn't be funny. So I can't say Ryan is joking. And this is the weird thing about this situation. The situation is so peculiar, so bizarre when it comes to Ryan Garcia. I don't think anyone else has quite figured out why he's doing this. Because for the Gervonta Tank Davis fight, he definitely wasn't on this, where he was doing all these gimmicks and coming up on horseback, showing up late. But now that he's made all this money from that fight, it looks like he's almost went over the deep end. Now, Devin Haney is saying stop paying attention, but unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Ryan Garcia has more fans, in terms of subscribers and followers, than Devin Haney or me or whoever, right? He has 10 million people who follow him just on Instagram. So although Devin Haney could say stop paying attention, Ryan Garcia is a public figure, and he has all these people who have chosen to follow him or subscribe to his YouTube. So when he's doing this erratic behavior and when he's saying things, your tweet's not going to stop tens of millions of people and all these impressions from really like being concerned or weighing in with their opinion on what's going on. He has too big of a platform. He reaches too many people. And as we know how these algorithms online work, I certainly do online, right? These algorithms are going to just keep feeding because everybody wants to see the train wreck. They don't want to be on the train. They just want to see the wreckage and the carnage. And that's the society that we live in. So I get Devin Haney's like, hey, he's trying to trick y'all. He's just trolling. Don't fall into it. But again, it doesn't work like that. Ryan Garcia is giving people so little confidence that he's actually serious. He seems very unserious. He doesn't seem like he's taking it seriously. Maybe behind the scenes, he's running 8 miles and 9 miles and not smoking weed and not drinking and some of these other things that he's saying he's doing. But I still think no matter what, it's a bad look and it's a bad play because you're creating confusion. Ryan, in my opinion, already serves a demographic that is probably younger, like a younger crowd. I could see easily with the body shield challenges and, you know, how he's put out certain content and the way he raps and whatnot. That's going to cater to a younger audience, the Gen Z type of TikToker type of audience. That's why people call him a TikToker and an influencer, right? So these young people know how to stream. And then on top of that, with Haney Garcia, if Devin looks locked in and ready to go, in shape, looked amazing in his last fight with Regis Prograis, it's doing all this extra stuff, simply put, is not going to give people the faith and confidence that Ryan has what it takes. Now, April 20th, if the fight even happens, we'll see. You know, we'll see what holds up. But I told you from the beginning that this promotion, it just felt off. And as time goes on and on and on, and Ryan Garcia, post after post, video after video, this behavior is not making me want to change my mind. In fact, it almost seems like one of those movies like Naked Gun, 33 and a Third, or Airplane. You know, those movies that are parodies and they're complete spoofs. Or another a little bit more recent is the Wayans brothers. Look up, Marlon. Say cheese. They famously came out with the Scary Movie series, you know, and wrote and directed it, or at least Keenen Ivory Wayans of In Living Color directed it. And you look at Scary Movie, there were so many horror movies coming out at the time, like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer, that the Wayans brothers, they just decided to spoof all horror movies and kind of roll it into one and make a scary movie / comedy. That's what Haney Garcia promotion feels like to me. It doesn't seem like a real movie that is to be taken seriously, like Goodfellas, like The Godfather 1 and 2, A Bronx Tale, Training Day. It doesn't seem like one of those movies at all. A Beautiful Mind, Rocky. Hey, you know, what do you mean? Hey, tell me you want to fight? You know I gotta tell you. Nah, it doesn't feel that way at all. It feels like Scary Movie or one of those parodies and not another teen movie where they're just completely taking serious scenes from serious movies or horror movies and it's a complete parody of it. So it's almost like the Gervonta Davis version of the fight, or Gervonta Davis versus Ryan fight, but if the Wayans brothers actually took over and made a spoof of Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. And I think that's an amazing way to put it, because that's what this fight feels like. It doesn't feel genuine. Ryan Garcia is doing several things that oftentimes are concerning to his fans. And here's the thing. I see it in the comment section. People say like, oh, this is the marketing. He's a marketing genius. Oh, ego. Don't take it so serious. You're gullible. I didn't say these things that he's posting are true. Like when he's posting all these different girls, I didn't say I believe him, but either way you slice it, whether you're joking or you're not joking. I mean, let's start with if you're not joking. if you really aren't joking and all these things are serious, then there's bigger implications for that, right? Like, this man is really going through something. So that needs to be looked at. They might not clear you to fight against Devin Haney. This might be Oliver McCall 2024. And I'm famously referencing the Lennox Lewis rematch with Oliver McCall. Just like Ryan Garcia, Oliver McCall was a talented boxer in the heavyweight division, and he had some kind of mental meltdown, nervous breakdown in his rematch with Lennox Lewis, and he ended up crying in the ring. At this point, the way Ryan is acting erratic, I don't know what to expect, and not in a good way. When you don't expect certain things, that can be good. Like, keep people on their toes. But in this particular instance, I don't think that is the case. I don't think it's one of those, like a roller coaster in a good way. Some people will take you on a ride on a tight one, and it'll feel like a roller coaster, but not a good roller coaster that you want to be on. It's just like, man, I don't know what's going to happen next. Am I going to wake up and the fight is canceled? Am I going to see Oliver McCall 2024 crying in the ring? Is this a game? Like, he's trying to trick and lull Devin Haney to sleep? Because Devin Haney says, stop paying attention to his trolling. But again, as I said earlier in this video, Ryan has 10 million plus followers on one platform. So it's not as simple as don't look at him. I mean, he amassed a great big following on all the Golden Boy cards. I remember when Ryan was coming up, he had like maybe 6 million followers, and they would actually say that on the telecast. So they actually advertise Ryan Garcia as like this influential influencer / pro boxer. They would even show like how many active subs he had or followers on different platforms. I remember Golden Boy had a card, and then they showed it on screen. It was like 6.6 million followers on Instagram. So I get it. Devin Haney's like, don't pay attention to it, but he has such a following and he's doing it too much and doing it too frequently. How can people just ignore it? When they follow him, they look up and you're like, hey, what's this? And it looks like Ryan's getting kidnapped. It looks like Ryan is dating all these girls and saying he's going through a divorce. And then days later, he's saying he wants to get married. I mean, it's not as simple as what Devin Haney is saying, in my opinion. Hey, just stop paying attention to him. Because how can you stop paying attention to him when, what if you live in Brooklyn? What if you live in New York and you wanted to attend the fight? So if he's like acting weird, or he is being weird, or whatever people are perceiving in it as, if he seems off his rocker, then that very well could influence your decision if you want to even go to this fight, or if you don't want to go to the fight. So I get it. Devin Haney is like, oh, he's trying to rock everybody to sleep and he's like playing crazy, which maybe he is. But I also feel it's not as simple as just, hey, let's ignore him. Like, for even me, I am a YouTuber, a boxing reporter, and a content creator. So if there's a fight and it's supposed to be a big fight, April 20th, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, whether it's positive or negative, I have a duty to report that to the boxing fans, right? Now, 9 times out of 10, I enjoy my job. 9 times out of 10, you get a big fight and we can focus on the big fight, because most people haven't really taken this extreme route that Ryan Garcia has taken. You see what I'm saying? So whether it was good promotion or it's weird, erratic promotion, I have a job to cover this. So it's not like, hey, just ignore Ryan Garcia. I need to see what's happening with this fight, right? Because this, like, I mean, it's just common sense. Yeah, like, here's an example. Let's say Mayweather-Pacquiao. Let's say Mayweather and Pacquiao was supposed to happen May 5th in 2015 when it happened, right? And let's say Floyd Mayweather was doing all the stuff, all the things that Ryan Garcia is doing, acting like he's been kidnapped, trolling, showing up late, saying he wants to move the fight from Vegas to New York, you know, just whatever, all these various things, posting a bunch of different girls, things that have people concerned with Floyd's safety, with his mental well-being, making it seem like he's not training at all. And then that's like Pacquiao tweeting, hey, don't worry about Floyd. He's just trying to trick you. I mean, it's a little past that. Hopefully someone hears this video. Hopefully someone on Ryan's team says, hey, promotion is cool. We are all for that. You're crossing the line. People are truly concerned about your health and well-being. Like the post, you're supposed to be a Christian, and the post is talking about 666, we got him, and it's over for him. We did this and, cut his throat. It's too much. This has nothing to do with boxing at this point. So at the end of the day, hopefully, Oscar De La Hoya, maybe they like it. Maybe they think this increases the ticket sales, but I'm not so impressed with it. And at the end of the day, I truly believe somebody should get in Ryan's ear and tell him to chill out.